She heard her own voice on a recording she never made. If you ever hear your own voice on a recording you never made, don't answer it. And if that recording was made after midnight, don't play it twice. Maya Chen lived alone in a small San Francisco apartment. She worked late nights editing videos, usually surrounded by cables, cold coffee, and the blue light of her laptop. On her desk sat an old silver voice recorder. It had belonged to her grandfather, but Maya never used it. One rainy night, her phone died while she was working. Out of boredom, she turned on the recorder. There was one file inside, 12:17 a.m., that night. Maya frowned. She had not touched it in weeks. She pressed play. At first, there was only static. Then she heard breathing, soft and close. Then her own voice whispered, "Don't leave the key by the door." Maya turned toward the entrance. Her apartment key was on the small table beside the door. She stared at it, then forced herself to stay calm. Maybe she had recorded it while half asleep. Maybe it came from an old video project. Maybe the recorder was broken. She moved the key into a kitchen drawer. 10 minutes later, the recorder clicked by itself. A red light blinked. It was recording. Maya grabbed it and pressed stop. A new file appeared. 12:31 a.m. She played it. Her own voice said, "That is not where you usually put the key." Maya's hand went cold. The next morning, she took the recorder to her grandmother in Chinatown. Her grandmother listened quietly, then asked, "Did you play it after midnight?" Maya nodded. Her grandmother looked at the faded red charm near the door and said, "Old people used to say, after midnight, don't leave your voice alone in an empty room." Maya tried to smile. "What does that mean?" Her grandmother said, "A voice is like a name. If something learns it, it may call you back with your own mouth." That night, Maya removed the batteries, locked the recorder in a metal box, and pushed it deep inside her closet. Then she locked her front door twice. At 12:17 a.m., she woke to a click. Not from the closet, from the table by the door. The silver recorder was sitting there, red light blinking. Before Maya could move, it played by itself. Her own voice whispered, "You forgot to lock the door." Maya looked at the door. The lock was open. She ran over and turned the deadbolt. The recorder clicked again. Then her voice came through the speaker. "Good. Now you can't leave." Maya stayed awake until sunrise. Then she packed a bag and went to her grandmother's apartment, leaving the recorder behind with no batteries, no charger, and no reason it could follow her. That evening, Maya sat at her grandmother's table, trying to calm down. Her phone buzzed. A new video had appeared in her gallery. It was from her apartment camera. The video showed her empty room at 12:17 a.m., her desk, her chair, the silver recorder blinking in the dark. Then the front door opened from the inside. No one walked out, but the recorder disappeared. Maya slowly lowered the phone. Across her grandmother's apartment, something clicked near the front door. Her grandmother did not turn around. She only whispered, "Do not answer it." Maya looked toward the door. The old silver recorder was lying on the floor outside, facing her. Then it played one final file. Her own voice whispered, "I know where you went." Some old warnings do not explain everything. They only arrive before it is too late. So if you ever hear your own voice where it should not be, leave it alone. And if you want more quiet mysteries and forgotten rules like this one, subscribe before the next warning finds you.